Hi traders, this is Chris here, head trader at thetradingmentors.com. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. The first thing we're going to look at today is the news for next week, and this will we're only interested really in high impact news, so and mostly with the US dollar, which we trade, and we're big gold traders as well, as you know, with the gold software. But let's look at Monday. So we're starting off on Monday the 10th. This is the weekly Forex trading forecast for the 10th of July through to the 14th. So I'm going to give you some analysis with targets in the next week or so. Now, of course, the targets given could be next week or it could be the week after, but it'll give you some idea. And if you want to know more about the analysis each day, then join me for my early morning briefing before 7 a.m. UK time, and then the New York briefing from about 3 p.m. as well. So I'll give you the full analysis using my 30 years of experience. So on to Monday, there's no real impact on the dollar on Monday or Tuesday. The pound has some news out, look out for that. If you're in my early morning briefing, then of course I will give you the news before 7 a.m. anyway. And it's free, so click on the link below. Totally up to you. Now, Wednesday is a very important day because we have, in the afternoon, we have the CPI come out from the US. This is going to be very big, and we're going to probably see some big moves in the dollar, which will have an impact on gold in particular, which we'll be ready for with the gold software. So if you've got your gold software, get it ready for Wednesday. This is going to be the big one. On to Thursday. And again, pound, there's some high impact news on the pound, 7 a.m. Jobless claims as usual on a Thursday, 1:30 UK time. Look out for that. And PPI, so at 1:30 again. So get your trading software ready. Gold trading software is really, really important. And then on Friday, we've got the Michigan consumer sentiment at 3 o'clock. So again, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday gives us some great trading opportunities in the New York session. First of all, congratulations to all my members who have signed up for the gold on steroids software, which is doing fantastic things. If you are thinking about getting funded, this is the way to do it. Gold is the speciality that we would recommend. So in this instance, we can see where the price is overbought and oversold. As it moves out from the channel, this channel here, there's a complete reversal. And as it moves out from this channel is a complete reversal. As it moves out from this channel, there's another complete reversal. As it moves out from this channel, it gets a reversal. You get the picture. You get the picture. This is how it works. This is Friday's move. And as you can see, we had an inside bar on Friday, as I mentioned to members in the VIP room or in the gold steroids room, and a nice profit of £23,364.45. So if you're looking to get funded, I can help you with that, and I can also help you with coaching to make sure you're successful using my 30 years of experience. So on to the markets. DXY 102.26. We had the non-farm payroll data out on Friday. This weakened the dollar, but I'm just not convinced of it, to be honest with you. As you can see, the DXY is pretty much sideways, but there's a couple of points to note here. Massive order block here. People are getting ready to buy the dollar in the next week or so. However, there's no momentum to the upside. So I suspect this will continue sideways until Wednesday, where the data comes out. We could see a break to the upside of the target 109.47. This is the yen futures contracts, and whenever we get the weak yen futures, the correlation is that we look to buy the yen pairs. Whilst the yen futures is going up, the yen pairs will go down. That's the correlation, just in case you didn't know. So we can see here a massive order block here on the yen futures. Green means buy, red means sell. So I had a sell off at this order block up here, and then we made the most of it and we bought our yen pairs. Now, as we can see, we've got a buy order coming in. but certainly there's no momentum to the upside. Continued downtrend is likely down to this area, but if this breaks this downtrend here, this descending trend line, then of course it's going to go to 73.05, and that gives us the opportunities to sell yen pairs, but definitely not my favorite to trade this week. On to the indices, and a very mixed picture across the board, it has to be said, in terms of the indices, and this is the Dow Jones Index. I expect this price to fall down to 33,466 before it makes its mind up with where it wants to go. Again, we've got the data out on Wednesday. This could have a high impact on indices as well. We're going to have to wait our turn to get in line for this. Once it decides to go in either direction, we don't mind. Looks like the buys are setting up, however. It comes down to here at 33.11.15, and then it could start to bounce up again. The FTSE is the only one that's offering opportunities to the downside. In this instance, as we can see, it broke down earlier this week. I don't know, on the 23rd of May, quite some time ago. And as we can see, we had a lovely swing high in a downward momentum. And that's what we're looking for with a lovely sell signal on your chart. If you haven't got the Advanced Pro charts, this is exactly what we're looking for. A sell signal below the 50-day moving average gives you that signal. The price is going down, and it goes down. And where's it going? To the next order block, 69.13. All the rest of the indices are looking pretty mixed at the moment, so I'll give you an update each day. Early morning briefing or the New York session. New York session will be more valuable because it gives us higher volumes in terms of the US dollar. So here's silver, also commodities now, $23.05 it finished on. Now there's an important support area here. Can you see that at $22.64? This, if this is held, and it could well be with a bit of momentum coming up in this stochastic here. So it could move up to $24.51, and that is the selling opportunity with a nice double top there. If it goes to this area, you want to know about it, then I will send you an alert. I'm going to set an alert on that now, and that will come to my email. And for members, I'll let you know once it does. Well, we'll be discussing oil, West Texas oil. This is $73.61 for quite a while, and I've done some analysis on this, and I put this in the blog. If you haven't seen my blogs, just go to the website www.thetradingmentors.com. All my blogs are on there, and as we can see, in a very tight range, not so tight, but nevertheless $74 down to $67. This needs to break before any trades can be actioned, so once it does break, I'll let you know. Now this is on to gold on the daily, 1924.58. It finished on Friday. And as we can see, the last week it's been in a pretty tight range, but don't worry, the gold software and the gold on steroids will make a lot of money, because the gap to there, is 300 pips. So while it's doing that, there's opportunities throughout to make money. Don't be worried about that. But this is weak, as we can see, below the 50-day moving average, which is important. A sell below the 50-day moving average with momentum. And so whenever that happens, then you can actually get on the back of that. So further downward pressure is likely, but again, the Wednesday data out from the US is going to be vital to give us either a break to the upside or a further break below 1902. On to Forex, and this is one of my favourite trades for this week. We need confirmation. We might have to wait till Wednesday before we get the confirmation, but in other words, we need a weaker dollar to drive this forwards. We don't have that yet. It's weakening, but there's some ambiguity about it. What I do like about this chart, above the 50-day moving average, and as we can see, it's achieving a swing low, so you're definitely buying low, and the momentum is to the upside. So target for this week, 11100. Another favourite of mine, the pound USD. As you can see, above the 50-day moving average, which is what we want to see. And a buy signal, fresh buy signal. I'd like to see it break this descending trend line, but all intents and purposes, the volume should start to move this up. Maybe as soon as Monday. We've got some news out from sterling, but I'll update you in the early morning briefing. This could be red hot, and the target for this week 13042. US Swiss, don't bother. Within a very tight range, as you can see, we've got an order block to the top, order block to the bottom, so that the buyers and the sellers will be fighting each other over this one. Better trades are available. Well, this is a fantastic chart from the long-term point of view, and for all indications are showing that we're going to expect a weaker dollar DXY. Now, time will tell, of course, and the data out Wednesday will indicate that. But as you can see here, we've got an order block. We've got the price moving up to the bottom of the order block below the 50-day moving average with momentum to the downside and a swing high. So this could be a big move down, pretty sharp, to 12997. All the yens are mixed. Onto pound Canadian. Congratulations, members, if you traded this on the lower time frame chart during the early morning briefing or the New York session. Didn't matter which time you got in, but it's a nice trade up to 140 pips or so. Anyway, so now the long-term view is this is hitting a very important order block. I don't think this is selling off. This is simply a correction that's going to take place, and so the price is going to move down to 168.90, somewhere like that. And so this trend line is going to act as support and then move up to 171.95, 172, shall we say. We had a trade a few weeks ago on this, and if you're still holding on, then remember, fantastic. It looks like it's going to continue. It bounced off the order block. When was that? The 6th of June, so some time ago. And now it's had a correction. Notice here when the correction takes place, whenever you see this happening on your Advanced Pro chart, that's the time to, well, do nothing or actually take the profits out there and then wait for it to move back down into this swing low and then move in again. So the target is still 115.62. We've had some up moves on sterling for quite some time now, so we can take advantage of this. I think that with the pound Aussie, this is going up. This is going up big, but there is going to be a correction in the next week. So the correction is going to be a bit here, 188.50, somewhere around there. And then it's going to bounce off that area, and it could, we keep an eye on this, it could bounce off this area then go up. It might not be as deep as I anticipate, but there is a quite a decent target on this one, as you can see. 199.80, a nice round number. I like the 80s, so that's a good one. But as I mentioned previously, once you get to these situations where the price has gone too far too quick, there's always a correction, and it's quite often much deeper than you expect. So look out for that. I've actually got an alert here for members, so as soon as it hits that, I'll let you know. The final chart for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and come back and see me sometime. If you're serious about trading, then I'm here to support you and coach you. I've been doing this a long time. So this is the Euro Aussie. Now there is an order block. I don't think this is a reversal. I think, again, this is simply a correction that's going to take place back down to 162.50, somewhere around there, and have a correction and retest the 50-day moving average more than likely. So this pattern emerges, then we're going to see it higher and take this order block out. I'm not convinced of this order block. It's not a reversal. I expect it to go up, but notice this here. This is the correction. This is the correction, and going back to the upside above the 50-day moving average. So the target is 169.32. Okay, so some great trades setting up. So look out for gold. Is going to be spectacular on Wednesday, so look out for that. Euro dollar, look out for that. Pound USD, pound Canadian, pound Swiss, pound Aussie, and the Euro Aussie. Oh, US Canadian as well. Look out for that one, because that looks like a perfect setup for a downward move. Have a wonderful weekend.